You're listening to Snippets from the Summit with your host, Scott McKay.
All right, gentlemen, this is your main man, Scott McKay, coming at you again with another Snippet from the Summit as part of the Mountaintop podcast from X&Y Communications. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, this is a concept that came up during a coaching call just about a week ago, and it was an interesting enough conversation that I wanted to share it with you. The idea was, should I lower my standards if, I'm not getting the girlfriend I want to get? I mean, is that something I should be thinking about? Well, given that I'm a guy who wrote a book called Never Ever Settle, the answer I'm about to give you might surprise you just a bit. So let me just dive right in. First of all, you should absolutely never, ever lower your standards. If you know who you want, you have a physical type, you know the kind of girl you get along with, you know the values you're looking for, you know who's going to match up with you, you know who's fundamentally compatible with you. You should never, ever settle. Another perhaps infamous tagline around here is deserve what you want. It's my main URL to the main website, right? deservewhatyouwant.com. The whole idea behind deserving what you want is be the best version of yourself so that you'll be the kind of man that the woman you want to attract will be attracted to in return. It's kind of the opposite of the prevailing conventional wisdom that, I already deserve everything I want and I should have someone come to me and just do my bidding, give me what I want, because relationships are transactional and I should, have someone do whatever I want for me. Well, that may sell a lot of books and may sound nice to selfish people, but there's a reason why people who believe that remain single. Anyway, so I think you know where I'm going with that. So yes, as long as you're deserving what you want, you shouldn't say to yourself, well, you know what, this woman isn't really who I want. She doesn't really match up with me, but it's either her or remain single and be alone. So it's better than nothing, right? That's the battle cry of people who settle. Well, at least it's better than being alone. Well, think of it this way. The only thing worse than settling is being settled for. So if you're going out with a woman and she knows you don't really want her, you haven't really even chosen her, you're just settling for her, that's going to be humiliating to her. Also, you're holding her back from getting the kind of guy who would actually appreciate her and even adore her much more than you ever can or will. And you know what? That goes both ways. You're also holding yourself back from getting the kind of woman you really are going to appreciate and desire more, right? And, to kind of add another tag onto that whole concept, you know what, guys? It really is true that when you're going after the kind of woman you really want, the kind of woman you're going to choose instead of settle for, well, you know what? She's probably the woman who's looking for a guy like you too, because, you both get along. You both kind of belong together. So it only makes logical sense that if she's what you want, you're probably what she wants too. Now, so far, I'm probably only telling you what you low-key expected me to tell you. So where's the surprising part of this answer? Well, I do think there's another side of the coin when it comes down to asking yourself, should you lower your standards or not? Guys, if you're simply dating around and not trying to get serious with a woman, then no, I don't believe every single person you go out on a date with, spend your time with, socialize with, or even get frisky with has to check off every single box in terms of future wife material. She may be the kind of woman who, for various reasons, you're just never going to marry. You may pray differently. You may spend money differently. She may be a little quirky in a way that you can only take in small doses. She may not even be as beautiful, cute, or sexy as the woman you envision yourself waking up to for the rest of your life. But for some reason, she does it for you, and you find her really sexy. Well, go out and play the field, experience lots of different kinds of women, and no, not all of them need to be your dream girl, or else you're not even going to trifle with them. Now, obviously, hopefully it's obvious, you want to be honest about this. When women really truly adore you and want to keep you around long term, they get the feels for you and they just won't let go, you don't want to lead them on, making them think that they're your future when they really aren't. But you're going to be amazed, guys, when you date more than one woman at once and they understand that. Nobody's really expecting Disney prince, Disney princess perfection out of each other. You're just enjoying the time you spend together. You're not Mr. and Mrs. Right now. You're Mr. and Ms. Right now. And that's all well and good, especially for a season in your life. And you know what, gentlemen? If you haven't dated a whole lot, it has an added bonus. It allows you to test and evaluate in real time who that woman is you really do want to wake up with for the rest of your life. Some of your preconceived notions may turn out to be, well, a little misguided. You may change your mind having kind of gotten to know a bunch of different kinds of women, experienced them, and seen who's out there. So when it comes time for you not to settle because you're going after the woman of your dreams, you'll have a much more balanced, sober approach to that, and that's as good as it gets. So indeed, when it comes down to whether you should quote unquote lower your standards or not, the long and the short of it is, well, it depends. Want to talk about this or anything else? Scott at mountaintoppodcast.com. Be good out there.
As always, visit mountaintoppodcast.com for more.